Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So Georgia's offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Prince. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no...
Right down the boulevard. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Missouri's offense will go to work for the first time. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Trying the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Fry. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard of bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, you have to love getting to the quarterback early in this football game. Your first drive, how about your offense? They already took care of business, put up points for you. Now you're getting to the quarterback, getting sacks. Great start for this squad.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Fry. It's complete to the right. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting it.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Gets it past the marker. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got a step and just dusted the field. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Breaks into the open. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They were really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Fry. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to... Football back. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Got the first down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Right back to the well. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking to pass. It's Fry. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. What a spectacular play by the return man. 90-plus yards.
No. Yes! Perfect. Great decision. Sometimes when that ball gets inside the 10, you might want to let it bounce. Go into the end zone. The returner says, I got different plans. I'm going to make something happen. And he sure as heck does when he gets it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw, now to try to find a way to fight back into this game. Under fire. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense wants to bring the heat. They'll leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On the move from inside his 40. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll try the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here we go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
To the air. It's Fry. Fires to the middle. Holds it in. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Dumps it off in the flats. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Williams. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short?
Gashing the D on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Working that left side. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Miles. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. He kept working at it, and finally a shot in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Fry. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
He splits the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If he has to be aggressive, if not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Lofts one high indeed. Catch inside the 25. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to ULM. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. These corners going to give them some space. Works the middle. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bland. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006?
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
On the move, he fires. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Takes the handoff. It's Miles. There he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Handoff to the single back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Plant. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle, it's Miles. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Throws for the tight end. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The offense changing the play. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pulls it in. It's Prince. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap.
Here we go, here we go.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Going to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Might be calling a hot route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Prince. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Murphy. He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner will be knocked down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Encroachment defense. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. They want to throw it. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays.
Turning it on. The 20, 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Missouri.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight, because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The run from the shotgun. Got the first down, looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance at coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. They're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Gonna run it. It's Miles. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Williams. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Prince. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
To the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the single back. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. They'll run it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Got room to work.
Return is brought down at the 39.
One more play to pad the stats. He wants to change this route. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight.